Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story. A Dixon resident and Vacaville teacher is scheduled to appear on Jeopardy. It was exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time, says Jeff Mitchum, an English teacher at Vaca High School and a Jeopardy contestant.
Wow, this is exciting. These are two towns near our little small hamlet.
Yeah.
So, I know you had a kid that went to Vaca High, right?
I have a kid who actually goes to Vaca High right now, and I believe this is his teacher.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Now, he knows a lot about rivers and operas. Who knew?
Rivers and operas?
Yeah. The Jeopardy questions, about 30% on the rivers and operas. This body of water stretches from
30%.
What is the Thames?
Ellen DeGeneres' longtime daytime talk show is coming to an end. Boo-hoo. After the 2021-22 season, the Ellen DeGeneres show will come to an end. DeGeneres has hosted the show since 2003, so by the time it ends, it will have aired for 19 seasons. That's a long-ass time.
It is a long time, and I'm wondering if it's coming to a close because over the last year, during the COVID time, there was a lot of stories coming out about how...
What a mean lady she was.
Yeah, just hey.
I don't know. When I heard those stories, what I thought was they were digging for dirt and didn't find any. Because if the worst you could say about someone is, oh, she's kind of mean sometimes. It's not,
they didn't say it. They didn't say it in that... They didn't say it with that air of misery and heaven.
No, I think she's tired of the show.
She's not nice. I mean, not nice, very mean, and talks down to people, that kind of thing.
That's
a
all.
Toxic work environment. I think that's what they're calling it.
That's all they found.
But hey, I grew up in a toxic work environment, man. Every job I had, it was toxic.
Well, I don't care how wonderful a job is. There's always that one person.
Yeah.
Just ruins your day.
Well, this time it just happened to be the person whose name is on the show. So that could be kind of wacky.
We'll fix it in post.
I wouldn't have a job right now if I let those people run my life. I ain't ever quit a job because of something like that, man. Actually, I'm lying. I have. Yeah.
Fans have been enamored with the concept of real-life couple John Krasinski and Emily Blunt playing Reed and Sue Richards since Disney purchased 20th Century Fox and paved the way for a new Fantastic Four film for the MCU. A fan hypothesis may have just been put to rest. Blunt remarked that is fan casting. No one has got a phone call, she continued. It's just people saying things like, wouldn't that be fantastic?
No pun intended.
Pun definitely intended, and I think they always say this to try to
throw us off the scent. They try to throw us off the scent.
So now I'm positive that they're going to be the Marvel's first family, and she's been wanting to be ever since she was supposed to be Black Widow, but then because of scheduling conflicts with Gulliver's Travels, she couldn't believe. Yeah, she opted for the Jack Black thing instead of the other thing.
Oh yeah,
and then it was
that came out.
And Gulliver's Travels came out, and it was like, I wish I had phone hands. And then of course Scarlett Johansson became the. Well, she was already a natural redhead, so they didn't want. ScarJo was like, well, I guess
she wore a wig, and then she may have dyed her hair. I don't know.
Well, she is a natural redhead, isn't she?
No, she's a blonde.
Scarlett Johansson? I believe she's a natural redhead.
No, what was that movie? She was a little girl that had Sean Connery. Oh, crap. It was like her first movie. She had blonde hair there.
Yeah,
she was a little girl.
And remember the movie with her and what's her name and Steve Buscemi? It came out in like 2000.
No. What about the other Borland girl?
The other Boylin girl?
Oh, yeah. That the girl with the pearl earring. One of those.
No, she was the Boylin girl.
The Score. She was a redhead.
All right.
Wait, Chris Evans
made her a redhead, but she's a blonde, man.
Yeah, she's a little girl.
This week's review.
Remember the name of that movie?
Jupiter's Legacy. Season 1 actually was version or volume 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
The superpowered offspring of superheroes fail to match their parents' iconic feats. It took a minute. It took a minute to finish the first episode. I ain't gonna lie, man.
It's boring.
I was like, I mean,
I've heard.
You know what I felt? I felt like when JB was talking about, man, I can't watch another one of these superhero shows.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to prove him wrong. I was like, oh man, Netflix got a banger coming out, and it's starring Josh Duhamel, and yeah. And then it has Matt Larner, who also was like for a long time he was the voice of Anakin Solo on like the Clone Wars and stuff like that. Well, I'm just saying there was some
talented.
There was some nerd cred going into it. Leslie Bibb. In the aforementioned Iron Man movies. Yeah, there you go. She was the journalist. She's a journalist.
She's a journalist in this.
She's journaling.
Oh, Lord.
No, she's also the superhero mom. It's a whole thing.
I've heard from several sources that this is boring. It's hard to get through. It's got some great ideas, but it doesn't capitalize and expand and even explain those ideas.
It kind of sounds like Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? And the one thing I will say, like, in the world where we're getting a lot of fake Justice League movies, and Justice League was terrible.
Not Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon's definitely was, but...
Zack Snyder Cut was good.
Yeah, you know what? I've had time to digest, just because it's better than the other crap that we saw.
Doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, I was like, sometimes you got to sit back and be like, this is just crap. It's just a long version of crap. If I'd have saw this first, I'd have been like, this is still crap.
It was an easier shit to digest, but it was still shit.
Yeah.
All I know is I watched a trailer for Jupiter's Legacy, and I felt tired and fatigued. I was like, this show is not going to be on my itinerary.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I'm going to finish it.
Say no.
Because I hate myself. I'm going to finish it.
This is what I told one of my sources. Sometimes you just got to pull that ripcord.
No.
Bail.
You got to stay.
Christian Bale on the show.
You got to stay.
All right,
Finish it out.
I'm Ralphie D, and I'm not recommending anything.
I'm Coolwater Kurt. That's my story. Jupiter's Legacy. I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I'm gonna give it the whole thing, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna say.
All right. So you watched the first episode?
I watched the first 2, 1.5, and it took 4 days.
That's how you know it's not good.
Yeah, I didn't want to gobble it up. I didn't want to gobble it up.
Yeah. Why?
I looked at the girl. I was like, "Hey, you want to finish?"
No.
You want to?
Sometimes you got to turn to yourself.
You want to watch Kung Fu? I like Kung Fu.
Well, there you go.
Let's watch Kung Fu.
I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
Well, you know what? I'd like to know what you think. Why don't you leave a comment down below? Have some people leave a comment down below.
Let their opinions be heard.
And let their opinions be heard. And if they like this video and other videos on our channel, like 252, Get Into Character.
That's a good one.
This Weekend, if it ever comes back.
We'll see.
Retro recasts. You can watch some old retro recasts and like them.
Or you can watch Hella Trades.
Yeah, definitely watch Hella Trades.
Or you watch Hella Trades.
Yeah. Like them, follow them, subscribe to them.
Yeah. JB, let's go ahead and close this out.
You don't want to read
Let's go ahead and just close this out.
I'm JB, and I'd like to send a shout out to my man AM at Comics Most Wanted. Like him, follow him, subscribe. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where
you hear it first. Wait, we weren't supposed to say that. No, we were supposed to say that.
Well.
Adonis, pull yourself together.